even then, bro, I don't think recording a 2K video right now is actually the best thing I should do, because I should probably...
Let me just say this right up front. I know this is going to be a hot take for some people, and I know some of you are already going to be typing in the comments, Tony, No Mercy's better, Here Comes the Pain clears, you're blinded by nostalgia. You know what? Maybe you're right. But I don't really care, because today I want to talk about WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and for why me personally, this is one of my favorite wrestling games of all time, because this game hit me at a perfect time, with the perfect mix of realism, arcade chaos. Hit me at a perfect time with the perfect mix of realism.
Who's this?
Arcade chaos.
Hey,
hit me at a perfect time with the perfect mix of realism.
I got tickets.
Chaos.
I got tickets.
Freedom. This is a game I lost entire nights to. This is a game where I said, okay, just one more match, and suddenly the sun was coming up. This is the game where WWE games finally started feeling like a sandbox. And yeah, this is also a game where things started to change forever. So let's rewind. Let's talk about why SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 mattered to me, and why it still holds up, and why I will defend this game forever.
This match,
SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, came out at a really interesting time. The so-called golden era of wrestling games were already behind us. No Mercy already cemented its legacy. Here Comes the Pain already happened. Shut Your Mouth existed. And those games were legends. But SvR 2011 wasn't trying to be those games. It was trying to move forward. Back tables, lean ladders, prop chairs, and create absolute chaos whenever you wanted. And when something crazy happens, it felt awesome. Not because the game prompted me to or some action happened, but because I set it up myself. The feeling was insane. It felt like you broke the game, like you discovered something you weren't supposed to.
Let's go.
That's when wrestling games are at their best. SvR 2011 didn't just give you weapons, it gave you freedom. Chairs weren't just chairs, tables weren't just tables, ladders weren't just ladders. Everything was interactive. You could turn any match into a highlight reel. Extreme Rules felt extreme. TLC didn't feel like it was scripted. Hardcore chaos felt natural. Sometimes it went wrong, sometimes it was messy, but that was kind of the point. SvR 2011 just feels good to play, because controls and the flow of the matches are the backbone of why this game works. SvR 2011 has one of the most underrated control schemes in the entire WWE game series. It's not flashy, it didn't really reinvent the wheel, but it just feels right when you're playing it. Everything feels intentional. Button presses matter, timing matters, positioning matters. You can't just mash your way to victory. And if you mess up, you get punished. And that's important. You feel it when you miss a grapple. You feel it when you miss time a reversal. You feel it when you finally hit a counter that you've been trying to do. And when you get into a rhythm, oh man, that's when the game sings. Because wrestling games live and die by feel. And when you feel like you're in control of the match, that is just so satisfying. I can't explain enough about these controls and how awesome they are, but so many matches from this game stick in my head because how awesome the gameplay and mechanics were. Not because they were flashy, but because they felt awesome. This is the part that everybody expects me to talk about, and that is Universe Mode, because that's where SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 becomes legendary. This was the first Universe Mode, and it wasn't perfect, but it didn't need to be. For the first time, WWE games stopped being about isolated exhibition matches and started feeling like a living wrestling world. Universe Mode was literally at the main menu, part of the exhibition matches. You weren't just picking a single match, you were going into the universe. Rivalries formed organically.
Not gonna lie, bro.
Organically.
Vince, this is Vince Archer. Vince Archer. Dude, I don't even know this nigga. Yo, dude, this game, this menu screen thing, bro, is actually insane, bro. I remember I used to have this, around these times, bro, immediately when it came out. It actually wasn't mine. It was actually my older cousins
changed hands unexpectedly.
Xbox. We used to play it on Xbox, bro. Dude, I used to not sleep, bro. It was this game, and then it had this Sonic tennis game. It had this Sonic
broke
tennis
up without
game.
warning. Sometimes this game made no sense, and somehow that made it feel more real. You boot up the game and you think, all right, what's happening tonight? And you didn't know. Universe Mode trusted your imagination. It didn't spoon feed your story. It let momentum do the work. WWE 12 might be the most perfect universe mode that they've ever done, but SvR 2011 is definitely one for the ages. This was the first time they did it, and I think they did it really awesome. They made it part of the core game, so it was the ever-evolving WWE Universe. If you did something in an exhibition match, it would be part of the universe, and I think that's really, really cool. It makes the game living and breathing. And honestly, without Universe Mode, I don't think this game ranks as highly. And this is where SvR 2011 becomes more than just a game for me, because this wasn't just something I played. This is one of the first things that made my YouTube channel feel like it actually had momentum, and that all came from Universe Mode. Back then, I wasn't thinking like a content creator. I wasn't chasing trends. I wasn't optimizing thumbnails. I wasn't worried about retention curves or analytics. I was just hitting record. And Universe Mode did something no other mode had done for me at this point. It gave me that unpredictability that I needed. I didn't know what was going to happen, and that...
Bro. If you're with me when I was shooting the 2K17 series, my career, dude, I didn't even have any face cam, bro. I didn't have anything, bro. But yo, you could see
every episode,
you could
felt
feel
different,
like
and
the hunger I used to have, bro. Like I used to like enjoy like pressing record. Now that used to, like, not that I don't enjoy it right now, but it's like
episode 1 might be slow and methodical, and the next might completely fall apart into chaos.
Strong,
and when I upload these videos, people noticed. Not because they were flashy, but because they felt authentic. I'd upload Universe Mode episodes, see the comments, and be like, wow, this is great. I'm doing something that is working. You see, because people weren't just watching a match, they were invested in the story that I was creating, even though the story wasn't scripted. Universe Mode was doing long-term storytelling accidentally, and that accidental storytelling helped me find my voice. I learned how to let the moments breathe. I learned that you don't always need to have something big happen. Sometimes you just need time. Some of the earliest return viewers I ever had came from my SvR 2011 Universe Mode videos. Who won the title? Did the rivalry continue? Did that tag team actually survive? That's when it stopped feeling like uploads and started feeling like a real series. That's a massive shift. SvR 2011 taught me something without me even realizing it. Wrestling games can become content engines. Not only that, but video games as a whole can create narratives. They can create investment. They can create a community. And once I understood that, everything changed. I stopped chasing those moments and I started letting the moments happen. And that's the mindset that still carries through everything I do today. So yeah, when I say this game helped my channel grow, I mean it. It gave me confidence. It gave me consistency. It gave me a reason to keep hitting that record button. Without SvR 2011, I don't think that I'd still be doing YouTube to this day. Now let's move on to the Creation Suite, because SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 deserves note for all the creation tools they gave. Create a Superstar was there, and year after year it just kept getting better. Another great feature that has been long gone and lost is Create a Finisher, and that was in this game, improving on last year's and letting you do turnbuckle moves this time. This is a great feature that I miss over and over and over every year, but creating some of the craziest moves, making them super fast, doing the most unrealistic things that you could possibly do was always awesome, and we loved it. And I wish it would come back, but unfortunately Create a Finisher isn't around today, but SvR 2011, it had it. Speaking of creation, we also had create signs, where you could create signs with a paint tool, and then you could see them in the crowd if you assign them to certain superstars. And let's not forget about Story Designer, one of the best modes in any WWE game, where you could create your own story, use cutscenes backstage, and make some of the craziest, most hilarious things that you could possibly see. Another cool thing about it was there was community creation, so you could go and download other people's stories and play them out on your console. I think this mode, highly underrated, should come back in the WWE games today. Another thing that was just a quality of life improvement was Match Creator, which was new this year. You could basically create your own match type, add some win stipulations, and then that match would be saved, so you could load it up anytime you wanted to play that match type. The roster for SvR 2011 was big, but it's not the biggest. There was about 70 superstars, including SmackDown, Raw, Legends, Divas, and DLC. On the Raw side of things, you had people like Batista, Chris Jericho, Evan Bourne, John Cena, Randy Orton, R-Truth, Sheamus, and even Zack Ryder. SmackDown had the likes of The Big Show, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, Matt Hardy, Rey Mysterio, and The Undertaker. There's only about 13 divas in this game, but there are some legends in this game. You have Alicia Fox, Beth Phoenix, the Bella Twins, Eve, Gail Kim, Kelly Kelly, Layla, Maurice, Melina, Michelle McCool, Mickie James, and Natalya. So there definitely is a wide range of different women to play with. The Legends roster isn't as massive as it is today, but we do have some great names here. Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jimmy Snuka, Lex Luger, Mr. McMahon, Paul Bearer, who is just a manager, Ricky Steamboat, Rob Van Dam, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Terry Funk, The Rock, and the American Badass, The Undertaker. And let's not forget about the Druid, who was a fun addition from Road to WrestleMania. Speaking of Road to WrestleMania, let's talk about it, because this is one of the modes that really showcased what SvR 2011 was trying to do beyond Universe mode. This mode wasn't just playing matches in order. In SvR 2011, it got reworked from the past games, and they had major changes that made it feel more immersive and interactive than previous story modes did. In earlier games, it was basically cutscene, then match, then cutscene, then match. But in SvR 2011, you could walk around backstage, go to different areas, talk to other wrestlers, start or unlock challenges based on choices you made, and determine your path to WrestleMania in ways that you hadn't done before. It made the mode feel like a mini WWE world you were living inside, not just a series of preset matches with cutscenes to follow. And it wasn't small either. You had several distinct storylines you could play through, each with its own vibe and challenge.
Yeah, I remember this. The Undertaker. This was the Undertaker thing. Shut up, boy. Shut up.
Chris Jericho's path was heavy on challenging matches and backstage encounters, forcing you to find other superstars to fight in unexpected places, like parking lots or hallways. It had that underdog, scrappy Fight Club vibe that just hits different today. Christian's Road to WrestleMania had you interacting with people like Regal, Kane, and CM Punk backstage and battling it out in Inferno matches and other situations you didn't normally see in exhibition matches. And of course, we can't forget about the best one, versus The Undertaker. This one is basically a side campaign where you, as one of the superstars that you could choose, like Kofi, John Morrison, R-Truth, or even a created superstar, were trying to end The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. And the whole atmosphere was just creepy, intense, and different. The way these paths work was kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure experience. You'd run into people backstage, you talk to them, you unlock battle opportunities, and even trigger hidden challenges depending on where you went and what you did. Some weeks could completely change what happened the next if you talked to someone, found someone in a locker room, or fought them on the map. And that's what makes this mode fascinating. It wasn't just about winning matches. You were literally running around backstage, hunting down challenges, exploring locker rooms, and with The Undertaker, you were trying to collect souls. Yeah, as ridiculous as that sounds, you had an urn that you would capture souls and try and beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Some people loved it for the level of immersion, and others thought the pacing could be slow because of the roaming around and finding people backstage, but honestly, it felt like one of those first times a WWE story tried to let you roam and discover the story, not just follow cutscenes over and over. And on top of that, these modes had unlockables tied directly to them, meaning doing specific parts of challenges would reward you with characters, attires, or extras that you could use in the game. They even gave you a druid character that you unlocked in The Undertaker's Road to WrestleMania story. It felt like they were giving Road to WrestleMania actual purpose beyond just playing it once and being done. So when I talk about why SvR 2011 sticks with me, yeah, Universe mode was a huge part of my channel growing, but Road to WrestleMania, that mode taught me about storytelling in games. It taught about pacing, taught about having fun and running around the atmosphere that was the WWE backstage. You were living the WrestleMania build in your own way. And that's something that you'll always remember. SvR 2011 came out at a time where I had time. I had energy. I could get lost in something. And this game let me do exactly that. It let me experiment. It let me create. It let me tell stories without realizing I was learning how to tell stories. Between universe mode helping my channel find its footing, I
don't even think
it let me
wait,
experiment. It let me
bro?
create. It let me tell stories
that
without
NXT?
realizing I
Yeah,
was
that's
learning how
NXT,
to tell
damn.
stories. Between universe mode helping my channel find its footing and Road to WrestleMania teaching me about pacing and structure and fun with a game, this game did more for me than I realized at the time. SvR 2011 feels like the last moment before games shifted directions. More systems, more restrictions, more simulation-based game. Some of that was good, but this was balanced.
MVP.
This was creative. This was loose. This was player-driven. So yeah, SvR 2011 isn't a perfect game, but it's special. It trusted the player. It encouraged creativity, and it gave us moments that we still talk about to this day. Because sometimes the best wrestling games aren't about graphics or modes or features. They're about how they make you feel. And SvR 2011 still gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Setting up one more ladder, one more table, and saying, all right, one final match.
More time. This was tough, though. This was tough. Actually, the time now... this was tough, bro. Actually gonna end it there. I'm actually gonna end it there, bro. Actually gonna end it there. W stream chat. We're gonna get some of these videos into time. Let me see. Yo, bro, what's up, bro? I'm actually about to leave. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I'm about to leave, bro. Yo, but I appreciate it, dog. Yo, it's been a long ass day. So, I think I'm just gonna be doing like these streams like Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. But my favorite one I think are gonna be like Sundays because it's like anime, music, gaming also. So I'm actually excited about Sunday streams more, But during the week it's gonna be like reactions and stuff. Gonna get some of my content everywhere. Just search K Mania, bro. I'm everywhere. It's on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. You're gonna find me anywhere, bro, anywhere. But anyways, bro, just got back from work. Had to stream. I'm about to like eat, and then maybe bath a bit. Yeah, I wanna bath actually. Like I wanna take a shower or something, and then after that, sleep. Do some edits here and there, and then finish everything like tomorrow morning. But anyways, I loved every one of y'all who commented, every one of y'all who actually showed love, came in and showed love, bro. That's actually insane, bro. That's actually insane because it's just me, bro. People could be watching someone else, but some people chose to comment on my on my stream, comment, share with me. I think that's pretty dope, bro. That's pretty dope. I actually do appreciate that. But anyways, I wanna end this so that I can actually start like what do they say? Living my life now. Living my life. I am done living the social media life. But right now I think I'm just gonna be continue watching something on YouTube. Let me go watch